Alright, what's going on YouTube, man? Before we get into the video, make sure if you like the video to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button to be entered into my V-Bucks giveaway. I'll be doing a V-Bucks giveaway at 500 YouTube subscribers, and you can be, it doesn't matter what platform you're on, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, mobile, y'all can enter into it, man. Most active subs have the best chance, so just come through to my streams because I stream every day, and make sure you drop a like and a comment on my recent videos, man. So all you gotta do is hit that sub button and turn on post notifications, man. I'm up. Alright, what's going on YouTube? Now this is my third time recording this video, just cause I don't want to come across the wrong way when saying these things, and I just want to give out a disclaimer that I like Fortnite, I enjoy the game, but I just letting my thoughts go out there and saying why I think Fortnite might die or has the potential to die in the near future or might be dying as we speak. And the first thing that I want you guys to think about here is that Fortnite has hit its peak. And what I mean by that is it already has like the maximum amount of players that it's gonna get pretty much ever. It might get a little bit of players here, it might get a little players there, and it might lose players. And there's two ways it can go. Now it can either lose players or it can stay at the peak. So Fortnite hitting its peak is not the end of the world. That doesn't mean that it's dying by any means, because it can stay at the peak and it can be a top game for many years to come. Epic just needs to do the right things to please and to cater to their fan base and their players. And now, the second thing I have to talk about is, as many of you guys heard of before, Epic making their game for the casuals or catering too much to the casual players. And the big problem with this is most players that play Fortnite aren't casuals. All the big players aren't casuals. Casuals are, I don't want to say a small part of the game, but it's only a small percentage. And when you make a game, and pretty much for those who don't know what I mean by the casuals, I mean the players that don't have as much skill as others. You know, the no skins or the bots, whatever you want to call them. I don't like those terms, but I know that's what a lot of people know or call them. So pretty much the main problem that I have with this is when you make your game for the casuals or for the bots, there's nothing to work up to. You know what I'm saying? Like when you play a game, the whole point is to progress and become good at it and become one of the top players, which is many people's goal when playing Fortnite or any other PvP competitive game, especially games that are battle royale or team deathmatch, any games along those lines. And the way that Fortnite is making this for the casuals is by making it an AR and SMG meta game. But what I mean by this is, for example, Fortnite has nerfed building and they've nerfed shotguns and they've got rid of double shotgunning. And anybody who played in season 2, 3, and like halfway through season 4, double shotgunning and building was the meta. Even players like Daquan said that the things that separate good from the bad players are being able to hit your shotgun shots and understanding the building system and being able to build quickly, like using building to your advantage to win fights. That's the skill gap, or at least that was what the skill gap was. But it appears that Fortnite doesn't really want a skill gap because they've messed up shotguns, they've nerfed them, they've got rid of double shotgunning, and now they've nerfed building. As many of you guys know, building has less health now, meaning that it's a lot easier to shoot it down or shoot through it. And along with that, they've came out with many automatic weapons like the P90 and the Tommy gun and the new SMG. They've came out with guns that are meant for spraying, or at least people use them for spraying. So along with nerfing building health, coming out with these guns that are spraying through people's building, there's not much you can do to counter. And what I mean by that is, before, when double shotgunning was a thing, there were still people who sprayed with the TAC SMG and the minigun. People still did that. But when you had a double shotgun, you could counter that. You could jump down or you could stop building, because as many good players know, if somebody's shooting you with a minigun or a LMG or a P90, guns that have large clips, you can't really build against that. If you can build against a gun with like a 30 clip, because eventually they're gonna run out and they're gonna have to reload. But if they have a 50 plus clip or even an infinite amount, like, or not infinite, but 1000 cap, like the minigun, the only way to counter that is to shoot at them and prevent them, or to stop them from shooting. You're gonna either have to shoot at them and make them or force them to build, or shoot at them and kill them. And when you had double pump, you could easily jump down, hit them 2 times with the pump when it did 90 and 95, and they're pretty much done. They're either going to build or you're going to kill them. But now that we only have single shotguns and the shotgun damage isn't so consistent, there is no counter to that, because single shotgunning in this current meta is completely obsolete. By the time, and I know a lot of people pump SMG, but by the time you shoot your pump and switch to your SMG and try to get bullets off, the person who's spraying and praying with their gun is going to kill you first. They're going to absolutely shred you, and you're going to be dead before you can even pull out your SMG. So there really isn't any way to counter this except spraying back. That's what fights have become now in Fortnite. Who can outspray who? Because building is becoming somewhat obsolete. It's not obsolete yet. Building is still a big factor. The good players still enjoy building and still build to, protect themselves. But when you got people spraying SMGs, there's not much you can do. So that's the first spot I have here. Even big Twitch streamers, it's not just me saying this. Like, even big Twitch streamers like Ninja in the community are complaining about SMGs, and they're saying that they require no skill and that they're catering to the casuals. Even Ninja, pretty much the main person that wanted to get rid of double pumping, wants it back because he's tired of SMG spraying, and he knows that it doesn't require skill, and he knows that it just shreds through everybody and shreds through their building. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, double pumping was pretty overpowered, well, overpowered to some, and it did a lot of damage. But the difference between double pumping and SMGing is it required skill. Shotguns aren't bloom-based weapons. They require you to track your player with your crosshair or your reticle, and whether you hit that shot is not based on bloom. For those who don't know, when you shoot an SMG or you shoot an AR, whether you hit your opponent or the enemy it doesn't 100% rely on your aim. It relies on a random generator that the game has, and that's bloom. So you can have your reticle or your crosshair right on the enemy, and you can miss bullets just because bloom isn't going in your favor. So that in itself, bloom in itself, is not really, doesn't require much skill, because to shoot an SMG, all you need to do is have minimal tracking skills to move your crosshair around, and then you just hold down R2, or you hold down click, which is not hard at all. I know it does require some skill. I know I'm going to say now it requires some skill. It does. But compared to double pumping and building, it requires little to no skill at all. So that's pretty much what I mean by them catering to the casuals. And I know Fortnite, I'm going to say this is a big point. Fortnite does a very good job of coming out with cosmetics and keeping the game new and keeping the game fresh. They always are changing the map and bringing out new fun and enjoyable things to the game, and which helps the game survive, because keeping the game the same over and over and over again kind of gets boring, and that right there could cause Fortnite to lose a lot of players and a fan base. So I will say that. But I do believe that Fortnite has the opportunity and has the potential to be relevant for maybe a couple more years to come, or several months to come. They have the chance to keep it going and keep Fortnite alive. They just need to continue what they're doing in terms of cosmetics and skins, but they also need to listen to their fan base, listen to their players, and have a skill gap, because skill gap is essentially everything. If you don't have a skill gap in your game, or something to build up to, there's no point in playing the game, because new players can just come in and automatically do super good in the game, or survive at least. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy games where good players stand out and good players win. When you play a game, you want to be able to progress, and I'm just feeling it right now in Fortnite. there's little to no progression. I see many players just get in the game, they grab that P90, they grab that SMG, and they just spray it. They don't even build, they don't even use shotguns, they just rely on bloom and spraying and praying. And so that's pretty much what I have to say, man. Fortnite's hit its peak, and it's not looking too good with these new SMGs and the building nerf. And so I just really feel like that they need to fix that if they really want Fortnite to continue going. If not, I believe that Fortnite has the potential to die soon. So that's pretty much all I have to say, y'all. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this. I know this is a really touchy and controversial topic. So let me know in the comments. Do you think Fortnite has the potential to die or will die soon? Do you think it's already dying? Or do you think Fortnite's perfect and you're a fan of the SMGs and you think it's going down the right path? Let me know in the comments, man. That's all I gotta say for now. I'm out.